Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Sequin Creates. Today I'm going to kind of chat and sew at the same time. So if you're looking for a bit of sewing company and to find out what I've been up to, then let's get started. Hello everybody, sorry, messing around with my hair there because I've had headphones on. I've been listening to a podcast while I've been cutting out and the results are behind, and it just made my hair go crazy. On that subject, thank you for all the great responses to the So What's New in the Biscuit Tin podcast. I'm going to put in the show notes, which is the Facebook group, some other podcasts that you might want to listen to, because somebody else said to me, can you recommend some? And obviously, you know, you need something in between the 2 weeks when another one comes out. If you're not in the Facebook group for the podcast, I'll link it below. Do get in there because that's where we put the detailed show notes, and you can also chat with each other as well. If you're not a big fan of Facebook, it's okay. You don't have to interact. You can just read the things. We're thinking of evolving this. Be really interested if people would be interested in like a patron where you could get like extra bits or a newsletter or something. And maybe a monthly newsletter with all the show notes, etc. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Right, what have I been up to? Well, I am having a mammoth cutting session. So I have all my pattern weights, and I'm not sure I've ever told you, but I've got some that I got for Christmas a couple of years ago from a crafty girl, Maria. She doesn't make things anymore, but these are like donut ones that I got as a present. But I actually made my own out of Fimo. Hiding inside them is multiple layers of like metal washers that give them a bit of weight. And then I did little sprinkles on and then glazed them. So I've got lots of these that I made. If you'd be interested in a little tutorial, let me know, because I'd happily do that. So I've got a good selection of those, and I keep them all in an old birch box. I don't think birch box exists anymore. I think they went, may do, but I think they really struggled during lockdown. So this is it's a whole box which used to get like beauty product samples in. So it's perfect for carrying around my pattern weights in. So I have been cutting out now for 5-6 hours. So it started yesterday evening while I was watching Mission Impossible. We saw it at cinema. We watched it again yesterday evening. And then all of this morning, I think I started about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I think it's now about 12. So yeah, probably about 5 hours. So I've cut out a pogonip in this, which you might recognise from shopping trip to Birmingham. I practiced the welt pocket first. I cut out one side of the bit with the welt pocket. Must be upstairs, I'll show you later. I cut out one side, I cut out the pieces, the welt pieces, the pocket bags, and I practiced. I'm glad I did, because it's made me use my fabric marker pen and actually measure the width of my seams. I've measured the correct position for everything, and pressed it. That's why I think it's here, because I pressed it as well. Oh well. Train, it's diesel one this time, pulling right. So it was worth doing, because now when I go into the real one, I've had a practice. So I literally did a trial of the bit. I'll probably put a picture in when I find it. So yeah, I've cut my first actual pogo nip out in this. This is like a French terry, but it's not a really super thick one. So I thought the welt and everything would work okay. And I've played with the direction of the stripes on it, and that came from Barry's in Birmingham. I have also cut out, what's this? What is this? Oh yes, so I don't know if you remember or not, but I bought some plain sort of scuba / ponties. I got this one, which is a blue textured one. It's called a textured scuba from Barry's, to make trousers with. And I've actually decided to cut out a Stella jogger but not put the cuff on the bottom, because it could be like a smart jogger. So we'll see how that goes. And then I've cut out a Carmel jumpsuit in a stretch fabric, so no zip at the back. This is the Nina Lee. Quite rightly, some of you commented on my last vlog and said, whoa, zip at the back. Well, what I would say is get doing your yoga, make sure you can touch, because I can touch my 2 hands on that side. Can't on this side, interestingly, but it's a good, and if you can't, part of the yoga practice is to use a band, because we can lose that flexibility, but we can keep it. But I understand a zip at the back is a pain. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. So I had this lovely red ITY from Legend Textiles, and I thought I'm going to cut a Carmel jumpsuit out in this. I'm going to cut the back on the fold because I won't need a zip, and let's see how it works in a jersey, because if it works in a jersey, no zip needed. So that's been cut out. And then, so that's that one, what's this one? Somebody made a suggestion of putting masking tape and writing with a Sharpie on here. I think that's a very good suggestion, because I'm now having to reopen this. Aha! This is the fabric I asked for ideas on last week, and one of my lovely followers said, look, you love the twist front dress, you wear the twist front dress, why are you trying to do something else with it when you know you love it? You were right. Thank you, lovely person, whoever said that, because you were spot on. And so I cut it out because I know I'll wear it. That fabric is super soft. So now I've also cut out a big 4. So this is a big 4 pattern I've had a while. I talked about it last year on my vlog, this. I've ummed and ahed about it. I did watch Kit and This Behaviour. She did one in a review. So I actually didn't go for A, even though I like A. I went for B because I thought it'd be a good start testing the pattern, and I like these long cuffs. So I've cut that out in the other jersey I got from the rag market, which was this one. And I actually found a label on the side of it that said it was an iCat design. It's almost like a little raise, the pattern, but it doesn't like stretch out when you, like, it doesn't crack when you stretch it. So that's cut out. Now, by the way, I won't sew all this once, but I love a big cutting out session. I know cutting out divides people, but I love a cutting out. So again, thank you for your comments on this fabric from last week, which is a stretch knit. I've gone for the Closet Core Marigold, but I've actually cut it out first in this purple ponte I bought from the rag market to toile, and then I'll cut it in this afterwards because I want to check the sizing, because sometimes with Closet Core they come up really quite big, so I want to test it first. Even though I read all the measurements and everything, it's happened to me multiple times with Closet Core. So I'm going to make it in the purple first, do the adjustments, and then make it in that one. And then I have cut out the notches pattern as well, the Judy, and I've cut it out in this. Oh my goodness, the pattern pieces are weird shapes. I'll put a screen grab in here. It's not often that I cut out a pattern and can't picture how the things will go together. Oh my goodness. I cannot picture, hello sunshine, I cannot picture how this is going to go together. They are really odd pieces, but I tell you what, I needed a lot less fabric than they said, but that's probably because I'm little, I don't know, in terms of height, of stature. And I'm still cutting out, so I'm about to cut out this, the Megan Nielsen Hovea. Totally and utterly and unashamedly influenced by Liz. I've had this a while. I looked at it last year as well. It's been sat on the bed for a while. Liz's jacket is too glorious not to do, and I've been wanting to do this for ages, and the fact that this is pre-quilted as well, I'm just going to do it. And Liz, I think, what do they say? Copying is this, or mimicry is the greatest form of flattery or something. It's amazing. I love your jacket, Liz. I promise not to wear it when you come to the social, but how could I not? I think the pockets are amazing as well, like the depth of the pockets. So I'm doing it. I am doing it. So here it is. The other side is fully yellow, so that's nice. The inside, I don't know if Dunham has this anymore, but if they do, it's not super thick, so it makes a perfect jacket. I know Liz got two because she made a long coat as well. I'm hoping I can get it all out of one. So all the pieces are here ready to go. So I'm going to do that while I'm chatting to you in a minute. I have had an epiphany this weekend because two of my patterns were this tissue popper paper because I bought them as actual patterns, and I did go through a phase of tracing them, but I didn't this time, and I've decided I really don't like this tissue paper. I am a PDF, have it printed kind of lady, I've decided. I really like CLC prints, their quality of printing, the pricing, the speed of delivery, their customer communication, and the coloured booklet. Give me a second. So the quality of their instruction booklet. So I ordered, this is the Everyday Amazing Shift Dress and Top by My Handmade Wardrobe, which this is the booklet. Look at this, look. And it's stapled. That is amazing. And obviously I've got the printed pattern, and I did the same for pogonip, which is in the bag, and this one, which is the cozy jersey tunic and dress. And I have to say, if you are looking for someone to print PDFs, the quality, the price, everything is thumbs up. And I think I've ordered from them 3, 4, 5 times now. And it's free postage when you spend over £5 as well. So that leaves me, I was talking about why I have these My Handmade Wardrobe patterns. They're by Crafty So and So, which is Sarah. So I've been asked by Sarah, along with Jess of So What If I Sews, to walk the catwalk for her at the Stitching for Pleasure event in Birmingham. You're going to ask me what date it is now, aren't you? I'm going to have to look that up. I'll put it up here. And to wear some of her items that I've sewn on the catwalk. So I've chosen these two items. So if you're thinking of going to the Sewing for Pleasure event, I'll be there on the Saturday. You'll see me on the catwalk. I think it's at 12:30. I'll put it in here. And I'll be modelling her makes that I've made. I like them already. The instructions are super clear, and something that Jess and I talk about on the pod is pattern companies showing the stitching in a different colour. Well, I'm really pleased to say that she does. Look at that yellow stitching, how easy that is to see. So the photos are brilliant. She's using a contrast thread. The quality of the up close of her photos as well. So obviously I haven't started them yet, but the steps are really clear, and I love these pictures, and I really like this tunic. Now and at the back you've got the space for notes as well. Now you know how much I love a jersey, and look at this, look, with the contrast there, look. I might even leave the pockets off. You know, it's good to have pockets, but that is really nice. And there's even a tie front version as well. So I will be making more than one. I'm going to make a toile. I quite like that jumper one there. So I will be making a toile, but I will also, see, I'm really liking those panels. What length is right for me though is the question. I will definitely tell you what I think, and obviously I won't show you my final ones. You'll have to wait for the catwalk and after that to see those, but I'll happily share with you my toile and happily tell you how I find it. And then if we look at the everyday shift dress, I really like the blouse version, but look at all of the variations. Now this is, you've heard me say this before, I love a pattern when you get that level of variation in it. So you can have ruffle or no ruffle, Mary, no ruffle. You can have long sleeve, short sleeve, no sleeve. Long garment or short garment. and yeah, sorry, ruffle is flatter on this. So I'm just looking at some pictures for you. And this is another thing that winds me up, is if the wrong side of the fabric is the same as the right side. Her fabric look she's chosen, it's really easy to see the right and the wrong side. Massive thumbs up for that. I worry about the dress a little bit, that it'd be too loose for me around the waist. We know that's been a problem for me before, but that doesn't mean the belt wouldn't be good. I do like the flatter sleeve. So very excited about this, and what I will do is, if you're coming to the Sewing for Pleasure show and you're going to be there on the Saturday, let me know and we can always meet up and say hi, because I know sometimes people are going on their own to things and it can be a bit like, whoa, and I feel like that too, so we can always meet up. What else have I been up to? The latest podcast episode went out on Wednesday, and that was, oh hello sunshine, hang on, and the latest podcast episode was all about pattern hacking. So if you haven't heard it yet, please do go and give it a listen, because I'd love to know what you think. I've been really working on the editing on the sound quality, because where we were recording away from each other, it had affected the sound. We've recorded the more recent ones together, which has definitely helped. There's going to be rustling now because I'm chatting to you while I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now is deciding which length of Havea to do, and I'm just literally going to hold the front up. There's 3 choices actually on the pattern. There's a cropped, mid and coat. I definitely don't want the coat length, but let's hold this up. Cropped is a good length. Mid, I'm going to go for the cropped length. Problem is you've got to work out the pocket with the cropped length, haven't you? Okay, so hopefully you're enjoying the new episode of the pod. The next one's out on the 28th of February, so I can't wait for you to hear that. And I this week have been just busy doing other things. I haven't done a huge amount of actual sewing. I've done a lot of planning in my brain, but you might think, what am I doing? Well, I don't want to cut these other lengths off, so I'm just folding the pattern to the one I want so that I don't have to lose the other lengths. By the way, that is the rest of the Havea that I've got to put back in the packet. I really don't like doing that. It's just so annoying. Let's get it out of here. It's annoying me. I don't like doing that. So not a lot of sewing's happened this week, but I have done quite a bit of finishing off. I will sit in a minute and snip some threads, because I will be very shortly recording the results of the cozy work from home wardrobe that I made, because I loved everybody's reaction to the ideas from the first episode. A bit worried about that crop length, you know. I might go in between the two. So yeah, exciting things, and it's not long now till I go away with Christine again. I'm going away on the 1st or 2nd of March for about 4 or 5 days with Christine to Anglesey. So I think, Alexa, what's the date?
Saturday the 17th of February.
Okay, so it's the 17th today. So that means there's 12 days left of this. 12 days? 12 days till I go away with Christine. Well, I better get thinking what I'm going to sew. Good job I've got a load of stuff out, isn't it? Because I'll be taking a lot of that with me and go away with Christine, because I won't get all of that sewn up before I go away. So trying to work out if I can use the on this, there's like already bias on it. I'm trying to work out if I can get away and use it on this and not have to cut it all off. But then I've got to put a band down the front, so now I'm going to cut it off, but I'm going to leave it on the bottom of it. Yeah, yeah, just trying to work this out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so yeah, I'm it's 12 days till I go away with Christine. we're going to meet at Abercarn on the way up. And I was also thinking, if anyone wanted to meet me, because I'll be travelling up on the Saturday, if anyone wanted to meet me at the rag market in Birmingham, because Birmingham is on my way, I would be happy to stop off in Birmingham in the morning and do the little rag market trip before I then drive on to Anglesey to meet Christine. And I'm gonna stop, and Christine's gonna come and meet me at Abercarn in Wales. If anyone else is around that area, I'll let you know roughly my plan, but do let me know if you want to meet me at the rag market, because I'd very happily do a little rag market stop on the way up, stock up on a bit of fabric to sew with Christine. We're literally having our own mini getaway break with our sewing machines. She's got a nice dining table at her place, and we will, yes, be doing a lot of sewing. I've ordered a gusto box with some meals in. So yes, of course we'll be going out, but if we don't want to, we've then got some gusto food to cook, and I'm very happy to cook. And she's taking the dogs, so we'll need to go out on the walk with the dogs. And we're thinking of doing a collab while we're there, which will be quite fun, actually sewing it and helping each other together while we're there. Oh, I'm really excited. I can't wait for that, actually. Need to think about what I'm going to wear while we're there. So I've taken some time off work as well. So that's at the beginning of March. Then I think the Stitching for Pleasure, I want to say, is at the 16th. And then we've got Sew Yellow for Endo as well. I'm hoping to get to the Sew Yellow for Endo event. Oh, March is a busy one, isn't it? And already we're more than halfway through February. I can't believe it. And of course, in 12 days' time, it's the reveal of the pogonip party as well. Goodness me, there's lots going on, isn't there? So I better get on with that. Of all the things I've cut out, I must get on with the pogonip, because obviously I've only got 12 days till it's reveal day for that. If you haven't had a look, you don't have to have a YouTube channel. Just share a picture on Instagram on the 29th of your finished pogonip and be in a chance to win prizes. Most of them are only UK based, but there's some amazing prizes. So do make sure that if you're doing a pogonip, get it done by that date and share it. So I better get mine done, otherwise Christine will be upset that I haven't done it. The amount of time she showed me fabric that was good for the pogonip. So there's that. And then it'll be the Easter break, won't it? Because that's on the 29th or 30th of March is Good Friday, and we'll be at Easter. It's funny, isn't it? Even though I don't work in school anymore, A, because I don't see daughter at school, and B, because my job still is affected by the holidays, everything's sort of based around these like 6-7 week chunks of time. Or this is the first front panel cut out. I bet you want to see, don't you, while I'm here? What you can't see is I have like a bit of MDF like board on the floor that I lay out on the floor to cut on. I tried cutting on the dining table, it made my hips hurt. So look, there's the first panels. Exciting. Right, where's the zippy bag for these guys to go in? Here it is. I have to make myself clear these bags out and put all the pattern pieces back in their envelopes. Oh, which reminds me, the CLC prints, their envelopes are lovely as well. They're like gusseted envelopes. I haven't got one here, but they're really good envelopes to order as well. Right, let's get the next bit cut then, shall we? So that was the front. So this is the back. Is this on the fold? This is on the fold. Sometimes when I'm chatting I can forget those things. So what I've done is left this bit because I can hopefully use that in some way. Getting the stuff up out. Right, so March is looking like an exciting one. I've also got some other exciting like things coming up. Tuesday is the next virtual social, so if you wanted to come along to the next virtual social, it's on Tuesday. There's crop length. There's still a couple of tickets left, so you could come along and join in there. I'll be sewing something from here, probably the pogo knit. It's 4:30 to 8:30 p.m, which is GMT, on Tuesday. I don't know why I picked a Tuesday, but I did, because my one day when I go in the office. So anyway, Christine will be there to open up if I get stuck in traffic. And then I'm recording another episode with Jess. We're halfway through season 1 of the podcast, and I've now learnt, because I'm obviously learning as I go along, how to see how we rank in the podcast charts. So that's quite cool. But it seems to be going really well, and we're loving your feedback. And we're planning season 2 already, and guests, etc. Right, here we go. So let's just get this on. Oh, pattern. Oh, okay. Sorry, the noise I'm making there is because I'm trying to make sure that I try to pattern match the front to the back. Okay, I've moved location now, so I thought while I'm snipping some threads, we could chat a bit more. So just grabbing out my little snippers. Got some snips. I have got some nice scissors, but don't know where they've gone. So where was I at? Oh yes, I was talking about exciting March. Snipping the threads on the jumper I made for the other half. So what else have I been up to? Oh, I've started watching the New Look, which is on Apple TV, which is about Christian Dior and Chanel and sort of the Paris fashion scene after World War II, and also what happened during World War II. If you don't have Apple TV, here's a top tip for you. There's lots of ways to get 6 months or 3 months free with Apple TV. I found out as an EE phone customer, you can get it free through them for 6 months. If someone in your house has a PlayStation, I think it's PlayStation, you can get it free for 6 months, I think, through there. I managed to get one before through Currys by buying certain items, and they were like cheaper items. It was like a £4 cable or something. So definitely watch out, because there's definitely ways to get free trials. There's that, and also on Apple they've also got what's it called? Chemistry of Love, something like that. That's very good. I read the book of that, and that's on there. That's very well done. So I would recommend that, but it's very good so far. It's got good actors and actresses in. It's got Juliette Binoche, John Malkovich, and lots of other people that you'd recognise. So definitely one to watch if you can. And no, I think that's all I've been watching like that. But something else I wanted to talk to you about was the Closet Core Crew. Here's the envelopes I was telling you about, the CLC print envelopes. Look, with a nice gusset and the details on the front. So in here I've got the new Closet Core Crew pattern, which I have printed already. Sandstone. Look at that jacket, it's nice. Don't know if I want the drawstring, but that collar's nice. So every month as a Closet Core Crew you get a pattern, and oh, here you go, with pockets and with drawstring there, look. So last month was the Onyx pants, which I sewed up. I took out this offer, I think it was in November and Black Friday, and I chose the tier where you can go back to all the previous crew patterns as well. You can just do a tier where you get the new ones that come out. So this year their whole thing is like a quiet luxury capsule wardrobe that all goes together, so that all the different pieces will pull together to create sort of one capsule wardrobe. Quiet luxury, not really me, but I like the idea as the aesthetic, but it's not really what I'm looking for. Capsule wardrobe, not so much bothered, but I do like closet core patterns. So even if those things don't appeal to you, I do really like the patterns they bring out. They have nice details on their patterns, which I really like, and I went for it because there's a whole back catalogue from last year as well, including a quilted jacket called the parchment jacket, graphite dress, which is the nice slash there, which I really must finish, marigold jumper, which I'm about to sew up. There's like a Breton top. There's a good section, but you also, with the tier I got, you also get, I think it's 15% off all fabrics and all of their like patterns that are not in the crew collection. So that's when I bought the Mile End, because it meant I got 15% off the PDF for that as well. So for me, it's already been good value. And I did like the year payment in one go. Oh, I realised I was looking in the wrong place. Looking over there, sorry. The year payment in one go, which means I don't have to think about it. And it was the best value way to do it. I don't know what the prices are now. I did it when it was, as I say, Black Friday, and got a good offer on it. But it's definitely worth having a look at. I think Christine of Gemini Stitches did it for a while. But by doing the option I went for, because I can go back on all last year's patterns, there's a periwinkle like shirt, dress. They have lovely details and information. So there's always a video about something to watch to do with the pattern as well. And they also have a crew like group, like a chat group you can go into, and that's, I haven't gone in there yet, but that's nice if you want other people to ask or chat to. It means you could get the sepia pants, which I love, which are really nice sort of paper bag waist casual trouser. I really like those. Their instructions, if you've not sewn a closet core, their instructions are super detailed, including lots of detail on finished body measurements of all sorts of different bits. I find their pictures generally quite clear. I sewn the LED wrap dress. There was just one bit on that I didn't get, and I really should let them know that actually. But the Mile End sweatshirt I loved. I love the sepia pants. I know a lot of people like the plateau joggers. I don't feel I need those because I've had a look and I think they look very similar to the Stella joggers, but if I didn't have a jogger, they'd be a good option. Obviously Christine loves the Joe dress. That's a closet core pattern. I'm just trying to think if I've got any others. Oh, Charlie Caftan. So closet core are definitely Mitchell trousers, I think, are closet core as well, aren't they? And and of course the Blanca flight suit as well. So as patterns go, they're pretty up there in terms of ones people like. I haven't sewn all of those, but the ones I have sewn I really like. For example, the Mile End sweatshirt, I've sewn that a lot of times now. There's a lot of variation that you can do in the pattern, but there's also lovely details like the dart on the sleeve here and the yoke and those sorts of bits. I'm just looking at what I've sewn there and wondering if I'm happy with that. So I would say if you're looking for something where you want like a nice sort of pattern to come out every now and again, where you sort of get like a sort of an insider bit, but also discount on patterns that you like the look of, I would say that it's a good one to go for. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'll let you know next month what the pattern is as well. Because they've just released a new shirt pattern, like a general available one that you can buy. And I think they've even done like a sew along thing with that. I think I saw. It's not for me at the moment, a shirt pattern, but it's a good one if you're looking for a shirt pattern. I've never bought their fabric, but they have nice quality, nice selection. They also recommend fabrics. So if you're sewing something like the onyx pants for the first time and you've never used Ponte Roma, then it's a good way to do it because they've got like the recommended fabric. So it's a good sort of way into trying something that might be sort of outside your comfort zone or new to you as well. So perhaps if you want to sort of take your sewing that next step or that next level, it might be something to consider. But I will keep updating you each month about how I'm finding it and which patterns I like. I thought the onyx pants were really nice, and I know Sarah Style has sewn them as well, and she's already in progress with her sandstone jacket. I'm not, because I really need to get my pogonip done first, but I will get to it, and I'll let you know as soon as I've done it. So that's something else. Anything else? Let's have a think. So I've told you what I'm planning to make. As I say, I haven't really sewn anything this week apart from things that are coming. Oh, I will be filming soon. I found it, by the way. There it is. Look, my first ever placket. And I'll put a picture in earlier in the vlog. I will be filming this week my week of me made for February. I'm going into the office 3 days this week, so we get to see a bit more variety than just what I wear at home. I will include like things out of my wardrobe that are not me made as well when I do it, but I'll be filming that and sharing that with you. And I think next month is Sew Frugal. I'm taking part in Sew Frugal. Oh yes, and Sew Yellow for Endo next month. So there'll be 2 special vlogs for next month. If you want to go to the Sew Yellow for Endo party, make sure you get yourself a ticket. It's the same weekend as the Stitch Festival, so you could do both together if you'd get yourself into London. I'll put details below of how you can go over to Jess's page to get a ticket for that. There is a lovely mending festival coming up run by My Handmade Wardrobe as well, so I will put details in below of that. Unfortunately, I can't go to that because that's the weekend when I'm away with Christine, so won't be heading to that, but would like to. I have to say, there's a lot going on at the moment. I've also seen, if anyone wants to set up a sewing group, so that's sewcial. Obviously, there's my vlog, which I did to give you ideas, but please do reach out to me if you want any more advice. But I have seen that Sew Hayley Jane is talking about supporting with that as well. So definitely, if that's something that's been on your mind, you've been thinking about, that's worth having a look at. She's looking for ways to support people with setting those up as well. So I think probably I'm going to leave it there for today, as I have well, I need to get on with some sewing because there's been a lot of cutting and a lot of planning, but not a lot of I can show you. There'll be definitely things to see on Tuesday though, when I reveal how I've done with creating my cozy, comfy work from home wardrobe, some of which I'm snipping the threads off right now. And I hope you enjoy seeing the outcome of that. I knew there was something else to say to you before I went, so let me just mention this to you. I'll put a picture in here. This is a dress that my lovely friend Sophie, who is always finding and selling amazing vintage clothes, found. It's a vintage C&A's dress from the 80s. I absolutely loved it, but it had wool in it, and even with like a slip underneath, it made me so itchy. I can't do wool even with a layer underneath. I can sit on a carpet with wool in it with clothes on and feel itchy. So I said to Sophie, before you sell it, let me trace it. So I traced it and I sewed together the tracing. So I traced it onto fabric, sewed it together, and I've seen the adjustments and unpicked it and used those pieces as like pattern pieces, and I've just cut it out again in another fabric. It's like a scuba, so I'm going to sew that up and share that. I'll share that with you next Sunday how it's gone. I did use this green velvet that I had before, which I think is probably a scuba again, looking at the back, to do the toile, because it was left over from that twist front dress, and it was great because it had great stability but stretch, so I didn't need a zip. So the same with the scuba I've done. So it's a really flattering I want to stop using that word, but for 47 years it's been a word that has always been used in my life, and I really want to stop it. For me, it is a dress that makes me feel good. I like the way it feels on my body, and I like how I feel in it, and that's the way I want to talk about it. And so I hope this works out. If it does, then I can make it in some other fabric I found on the swaps table, like a velvet, And then I can make a woven one with a zip, but I wanted to get the pattern pieces right easy first, and then I'll see how I go. I've also got to base that zip into the Carmel jumpsuit. I thought I would do that while I was chatting to you today and ended up doing lots of cutting instead. Right, so now I'm off. I hope you have a great week and that you get to do the things that bring you joy, and I will catch you soon. Bye.